Hello, beautiful angels. As always, it is my great honor to be here with you now in this world and to support each other on this incredible journey of planetary ascension. So, I wanted to start with that beautiful sharing from Orin, which I put in the email this morning, just to remind us of how we ended up here, how we got here, and all the wonderful beings who have been supporting us in our purpose of being the light of God in this world. Once upon a time, I had an incredible experience of the embodiment of the divine self, where the divine self simply took over my being in a way that we were all designed to experience. When this happened, it was almost like complete surrender to the highest aspect of my being, which we all share as the I am, as the divine self. And the divine self was able to completely be in charge. And in that experience, which happened out of body, I experienced directions from the divine self. And I could see this huge fire burning in my chest. It was not a little flame, it was not a little spark, it was a huge fire. Truly, what we would call the burning bush, the I am that I am. And the divine self would speak through my body in a way that my other person, which we would call the other self, was completely gone. And so it was only the divine self speaking. It was almost as if the divine self could give this person that I am directions by completely being in charge. And the divine self pointed at that fire in the chest and said, "That's your purpose, to be the light of God in this world. There's nothing that you need to do. You can do as much as you want, but it is done by being in this world and being that burning fire of God, the light of God." So that was one of the experiences with the divine self. And here at Green Tara, we always emphasize the importance of daily contact with the divine self. Now, for some of us, it might be an invocation. For some of us, it might be using breath. I do recommend using all that you have at your disposal to connect daily with the divine self and make it a priority. I have not found anything more important and more powerful than being one with the divine self. And you can imagine how easy also it is to lose that signal. It is a signal that I find through two different pathways and use them both in my process. The first gateway to the divine self is love, and love that needs to be felt and experienced. It's not a thought, it's not a word, it is not something I say. Very often love becomes a thought and a word, but it has to be a feeling nature, massive expansion through the heart that you simply generate when you meditate. And you sit down and you focus on your heart. And we have different mystical techniques like breathing in and out through the heart and cultivating this love to be your feeling nature. And then the second pathway that comes next for me is the vertical alignment. That means I start moving the energy through the spine into the divine self, which can be experienced in many ways. The one that I experience most is the pillar of light that moves through the spine, through the crown, into the higher planes, and it reaches all the way into the luminous sun of our source self. So once we have this alignment, then we are the light of God in this world, and we are full on. And then, of course, every day it is finding this alignment again and again and again, and then acting, and then going out into the world. And so the divine self truly is the solution to all things. The divine self is the greatest giver of all that is within our own being. I personally recommend in this world, people often say they channel something, someone. I always recommend channel your divine self. That means opening up all the channels, the channel of the heart, the channel of the spine, the channel of the crown, the channel of all that we are, and bring it in, the fullness of the I am that I am. And so, as we often work with Orin, and I always hope that we will be able to keep working with Orin, and there are many wonderful free tools that we have, but there are also many wonderful tools that we have worked with in the past, and we will continue to do so with the ones that we were allowed to work with, such as increasing your inner light, or accelerating your evolution, or attuning to divine will. So Orin, to me, is so profound. The teachings of Orin are truly also absolutely 100% aligned step by step with the teachings of Yogananda. And so I'll start with a beautiful explanation from Orin of how we ended up here, and that our purpose is to be the bringer of our inner light, the light of our divine self into this world. And so Orin starts with this amazing attunement to where we are cosmic beings. We could be in this universe, in another universe, but we hear a call. And so Orin's is asking to sense the earth, and then this part of the Milky Way galaxy. And you hear the call. There is an enormous event taking place. There is a birth into light, and you have something special to offer. You hear this call to help the birth into light that is taking place, for light is beginning to penetrate matter in a way that has never occurred before in this dimension, in this galaxy. There is an event that is noted throughout the universe, throughout many dimensions, an opportunity for enormous transformation. A call has gone out for those who know how to birth light. There is something very special about your light and why it is needed, or you would not have heard the call. Many, many beings are being called to this place, the earth plane. Now sense that you made a decision to come, to be here at this time. You knew you could make a difference. You knew that you were indeed needed and that you would gain much light yourself. But you didn't come for that. You came because you had and have a purpose. And so it is. That is why we are here. So today, as always, in the morning when we do our meditations, when you start your day, it's a new day. How do we know what is needed now if we don't open up our being to receive knowledge, information, guidance, inspiration? So this morning the inspiration was to bring Yogananda to us today. So here, just so that we put this into perspective, this is our galaxy. One little flower in this universe. Just one little flower in this universe. And we are on a one little dot in this galaxy right now, fulfilling our purpose and being the light of God that we are within. Isn't that amazing? So that's happening right now. So today I dedicate to the energy of the great Yogananda, who is, in Cosmos, he is one of the many great ones who actually emanated directly from Shiva. Now, for me, my journey with Yogananda is something I've shared here quite a bit. And these 5 steps are actually directly given to us from Yogananda. This started to happen in 2010, and it lasted about 2 years to receive these steps directly from him and to walk these steps. Now, many of you have walked these steps together here with us, and so it might be a refresher. And these steps, if taken really fully and completely, which means for energetic transformation, will lead to your own self-realization. These are the steps that even the teachings of Orin 100% describe as well, just with different words and different tools. So we'll start with receiving strength from Yogananda.
You must never lose courage. Divine Mother sent me to pilot you out of the clouds of your mind. Everybody's difficulty is different, and he or she has to win that test of karma and Divine Mother. Overcome all by constant inward calling on God and utmost devotion in words, thoughts, action, and obedience to Guru. God does not talk readily to the devotee, but a guru does. And the easiest way out of all difficulties is to listen to him and obey him. Your troubles I do not mind. I will never give up my job about you. It is better to conquer evil and not go on living with it forever. Never for a moment identify yourself with momentary flashes of error. Have no fear, even when I'm gone and no longer visible in your eyes. You will never be alone. I may not scold you then, but I shall ever be with you, and through Divine Mother, guard you from all harm, and will constantly whisper to you guidance through your loving self. So do not make life discouraged and tired, but be ever interested in doing for Divine Mother, no matter if war, sickness, and death dance around you. That is the secret of victory over delusion and all troubles. Be cut to pieces, but never give up. Be a divine leech. Suck at the blood of wisdom even though torn to bits. A smooth life is not a victorious life. And I will give you lots of good karma so you will get through. I will not only ever forgive you, but ever lift you up no matter how many times you fall. Keep unceasingly trying to conquer. Then not only will I invisibly help you, but visibly through many here, all of whom know your inner self and love you very deeply. They all know what I think of your spiritual qualities. It is in kindness and continuous good behavior that you shine with happiness. Divine Mother will help you to win through your own efforts and the blessings of the great gurus. I am not building a mansion for you or giving you riches that will perish, but I am making an imperishable home with all riches for you in my Divine Mother's mansion. Unceasing blessings. Paramahansa Yogananda.
And so we are here, really unbelievable mission and purpose every single day. And this video, for example, that we created, I find it so very helpful, every day just to tap into this amazing transmission of strength that we are not alone. Of course, how could we be alone when we have our vertical alignment? And through the vertical alignment, we can always reach into the love of our soul, and we can always reach into the infinite light and energy of our divine self. And so we are co creating a new planetary grid for this world so that she can again be a complete world and a world of harmony, peace, oneness, and love. And so this is our destiny here. And I don't know where we're going to go after this one, but I hope we get a little rest after this big mission here. And so think of yourself every day as the bringer of light. I think of it every day. How can we increase the light in this world? And it's kind of like a fun experiment. How much more light can we increase in this world through our own being? And of course, it has to come from within. And that's why we work with increasing your inner light. And the inner light is within our heart centers. It is within our consciousness. And of course, it even goes beyond when we start forming just naturally our light body to be a being of planetary oneness, of natural oneness, which of course leads to cosmic consciousness. And so now we're going to embark upon these 5 steps. I actually would call it 4 steps that lead to 5. That's a little paradox in these steps. But we'll start with step 1. Step 1 is getting in touch with these incredible beings in cosmos. You know, here we, for example, know Yogananda as Yogananda, but these are very, very, very vast cosmic beings who support millions, many millions of others, not only on this plane. And so, as a being, you always plug into a larger being to actually be supported by their light, by their consciousness in your own evolution. It's not something that we choose, it is chosen through our light, through our tendencies. And it goes beyond this lifetime, of course. So for me, for example, Yogananda, just like many of you, this is a relationship that we've had in human terms for infinity. So from our origin, we have been supported by certain beings. This can also change depending, of course, how you evolve your own light. And so it can happen that after many lifetimes and many experiences in this multidimensional reality, you then are assigned to a different being who again supports you in your continuous evolution, always into more light, always into more love. And so we are all created perfect with no experience. So our experience is gained through creation. So Yogananda will be supporting us on these 5 steps, as well as the being that we know as Baba Ji. So Babaji is also an emanation directly from Shiva. So you actually, when you have spiritual experiences of Babaji, Shiva, Yogananda, Swami Kaleshwar, Uncle Jesus, Isa, then you always see that there is a certain lineage. It's like a pathway, almost like an umbilical cord, and they all emanate from the being that we know as Divine Father Shiva. And so all these are in the same lineage, and this is one of the gurus in the lineages as well. Um, Yogananda's guru, this is Lahiri Mahasaya, but Yogananda's guru, this was his guru. So you see, this is part of a big lineage. Here's Yogananda with his own guru, Sri Yukteswar. So these are beautiful stories you will find in the autobiography of a yogi, which I think is a book that influenced the life of so many beings on this planet, and it is by design. We also have Sri Kaleshwar, who emanated from the same consciousness, and many of you have connected with Swami Kaleshwar. Ultimately, it all leads to Divine Mother, and these lineages connect us through the Guru to Divine Mother. And so step 1, we will take, each step takes about 8 minutes, some of them 10 minutes. So the first step is always purification. Before we want to increase our inner light, we need to first throw away and transmute the cloak that might not be all that light, that might be around us in our mental body, in our emotional body. It could also be in our etheric or physical body. So I learned this step from Yogananda. And for this step, we will be truly working deeply with Yogananda. He will be guiding us. He knows that we have gathered here today to take these 5 steps. And for that, we will be going to his hermitage. His hermitage is in Encinitas, north of San Diego. And I highly recommend to all of you to either visit the meditation gardens or the hermitage when it is open. It is open, I think, usually like once a month, sometimes twice a month, sometimes not at all. So it really depends on the month because they're trying to preserve it, of course, for future generation. It is all about energy. When you step into the meditation gardens, you might have incredible, powerful, actually spiritual experiences with Yogananda. And so that's what I meditated for several years in his gardens and also had an encounter with him several times in his hermitage. And even recently, just the energy is even more intense than I've ever felt it. And you can have experiences even with Shiva. So we will be going to Encinitas, and this is the hermitage itself. It's really a house where Yogananda lived for many years, where he wrote, where he studied in his study, not studied, but wrote in his study, where you can visit his bedroom, you can see where he slept, where he ate, where he meditated. It's pretty incredible. And of course, he anchored massive amount of energy in these beautiful the property, the land, the grounds. And so in the first step, we will be working with something that Yogananda called the cloak of unconsciousness, the cloak that might be around us as also impure energy. And we will be simply throwing it into the living fire of God in Yogananda's fireplace. So when you are in his hermitage, when you enter his home, there's the living room, and the living room has a fireplace. So that's how I learned from him to throw my own cloak of impure energy, so whatever discordant energies we have around us, within us, into the fireplace. So these instructions came from Yogananda. I recorded them and turned it into a video. You can keep your eyes open, you can close your eyes. It's about 8 minutes. And our goal here is purification. I always say purification like never before. Because how do we know how much more we have to purify? What if this is the last vestige of darkness within our field? What if this is the last moment where the ego seizes its control over our being? What if today is the day? So may it be so. The day is today.
Step 1. Purification by the fire of God. Welcome, dear friend, to a path of the highest transformation. Transformation from a human to a divine human. In this lifetime, this civilization, humanity has the grand opportunity to let go of the lower human nature and to fully embody the divine self in the elemental body of rainbow light. Today, your 4 earthly bodies shall be purified by the golden white fire of God, guided by the master being Yogananda. You will liberate your physical, etheric, mental, and emotional body from all low energies that have been impeding your ascension. Close your eyes and take a few deep, slow breaths. Your journey is about to begin. This is a new beginning, the day of your liberation. No longer do you need to suffer or experience limitations. Today is the day of your enlightenment. Keep breathing slowly and rhythmically, in and out, in and out. You are about to teleport with the divine gift of your imagination to Yogananda's hermitage in Encinitas, California, north of San Diego. As you enter the lush, fragrant meditation gardens surrounding Yogananda's hermitage, you are instantaneously welcomed by the presence of the great Master himself. Yogananda is so pleased to see you and asks you to follow him along the cool stone path through his gardens, through the lushness of Mother Nature's bounty, and along the sheer cliffs. You walk side by side, overlooking the magnificent Pacific Ocean. Hidden at the far end of the property and directly above the vast expanse of ocean below, you ultimately find yourselves on a cushiony green lawn leading up to Yogananda's white home, his hermitage. Yogananda beckons you to have a seat in his living room by the burning fireplace. He seats himself directly across from you. The great Master is looking deeply into your eyes while also making contact with the omnipotent fire of God burning powerfully next to you both. You are truly blessed by the grace of Divine Mother today. This is a remarkable opportunity to burn all karma, all negativity, all lower energies, all blockages, all limitations, all shadows of unconsciousness. Affirm with all your heart that you are ready to let it all go. Yogananda summons all the energies you are letting go of. You can picture all that will be burned in the fire of God as a brown cloak that was overshadowing your pure divine light. As soon as you remove the cloak, your divine light will shine so bright. Remove the cloak now, and with the power and might of your divinity, throw the brown cloak of your lower human nature into the golden white fire of God. Transformation has never been easier. The ease of the sacred process is only possible because of the remarkable changes that have taken place on planet Earth since 2019. You can sit or stand by the fire of God, burning the cloak of your lower human nature. Now you are free, free, free to shine the light of your divine self fully. Glory to God, glory to Divine Mother. You have been liberated from lifetimes of unconsciousness. You can keep watching the cloak burning, turning into dust, and from dust to nothingness. It is all gone. Feel the amazing lightness of being. If you have more to offer to the fire of God, just keep throwing all your troubles into the all-powerful fire of transmutation. And if you wish to come back and repeat this sacred ritual of transmutation, please do, and come back as often as needed. Nothing is mightier than the fire and light of God. Whether you wish to contact God as the Mother or the Father, it matters not. It is time to give your deepest gratitude to this transmuting fire and to Master Yogananda, your dear friend, who will gladly welcome you again and again and guide you to higher and higher realms. All you need to do is show up and show your willingness and devotion to the divine. Keep revisiting the hermitage. Soon a great portal will be revealed to you through which you enter the angelic realms, guided by our dear Yogananda. You will be invited to do so once your purification is complete. If you wish, embrace Yogananda and receive a personal transmission of love and light given freely onto you. This is grace. Grace is with you. Be at peace. All is well, and you are in the loving embrace of Mother Divine.
And we will go immediately to step 2 because we have 3, 4, 5 steps to accomplish, and we will do so today. This process truly links us to our divine self. I experienced it again and again, and it is 100% reliable. And so, to affirm that we have been cleansed, I recommend clapping just once, really powerful one clap, and that affirms that all your bodies have been cleansed. So, I'm going to clap here once with you. And so it is. And so step 2 is the step of the expansion of inner light. So it just is very logical. It makes so much sense. The first thing we do, we transmute whatever we would call darkness. Whatever level of darkness or dust is within us, we want to transmute and clean. It's the same like when we, for example, wash our body, and then once the body is clean, we put on lotion. And so first cleansing, second enhancing. So we are now going to enhance. We're going to be working through the pillar of light. There is a portal, of course, in Encinitas, but this portal also exists within us. Our spine is an elevator, and so we are rising through the elevator. That's the whole point of the central channel, is to have an elevator within us. And this elevator goes into all the subtle bodies that we are. And so we will be taking this portal elevator to the realm of the angelic beings. So this portal, I was instructed by Yogananda, is actually outside his hermitage. So out, not in the house itself, but outside on the grounds, and it overlooks the Pacific Ocean. So when you visit, you will be able to feel this. And of course, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of people have meditated in these gardens. This is a powerful spot. And for example, when I recommend doing your own personal retreat, going to Encinitas and just sitting down, meditating as much as you can in these amazing grounds. So we will be working with beings that we know as the angelic beings. And this is one of the images that I feel really beautifully describes what an angelic being is like. It is the aura of multidimensional light, different sounds, music, even different scents. So you can smell beautiful flowery scent when you work with these angelic beings. And so we will take our step 2, increasing our inner light. Again, these instructions, I just put them down the way I received them. So we'll just go from, we always go from step 1 again and again. We don't skip a step because it really is a process, and that is the process of self-realization.
Welcome to step 2, receiving energy upgrades in the angelic realms. As you completed your purification in step 1, you are now invited to join Master Yogananda to journey into the realms of angels. Purification is required each time before you can enter the realm of angelic beings. So let us proceed with a quick purification process you learned in step 1. As before, enter the living room of Yogananda's hermitage in Encinitas. Approach the golden white fire of God burning in the central fireplace. Remove the brown cloak of your lower human nature that contains all unconsciousness and throw the cloak into the heart of the fire of God for an instantaneous transmutation. Free from the burden of lower energies, you are now ready to follow Yogananda to the portal of light, located right above the cliffs of the Pacific Ocean, in the ocean-facing front yard of Yogananda's hermitage. Standing beside Master Yogananda, above the mystifying glory of the blue ocean, Yogananda opens a tall vortex of light that expands from within Mother Earth upwards like an elevator to the angelic realms. Yogananda steps into the elevator vortex of light, and you join him excitedly. You are about to enter a world full of splendor. The portal between the two worlds is now fully open, and you and the Great Master are elevated higher and higher to the world of magnificent angelic beings. The journey to the angelic realm is almost instantaneous. You are now welcomed by many dozens of angelic healers of rainbow light. These selfless beings will be offering you many gifts of light to upgrade, restructure, evolve, heal, but also to expand and improve your energy field and all your bodies. As you accept this gift of light, you are invited to enter the glorious temples of healing. So many angelic healers work here on so many visitors from other realms, such as planet Earth. You can lay down on one of the crystal healing beds to relax and fully receive all that will be given unto you so freely. There are no limits to how much you can receive. Just relax, let go, trust, and surrender. As you lay down onto the crystal bed, you are surrounded by a team of angelic healers. They will be using color, sound, energy transmissions, crystal and flower essences, sacred geometries, as well as pure life force to heal, transform, and upgrade your many bodies. Your energy field will be completely elevated to a much higher level of consciousness, to a much higher level of vibrancy, aliveness, illumination, and harmony. Surrender to this process, which may take a few moments. Just enjoy and allow this music to relax you even deeper. Keep breathing deeply and joyfully to open up the heart even more. The more you open up, the more you can receive. Receive the fullness of this great celestial gift The angelic healers are master beings of transmutation and transfiguration. You can watch all the upgrades that are being performed, or you can just keep your eyes closed and relax deeply in a receptive mode. The angelic beings will let you know when the healing and the upgrades have been completed for now. And whenever you are ready, you can step down from the crystal bed and give your gratitude to the angelic healers. They love hugs, as they allow them to transmit even more light and more healing and activating love. Hug the angels and know you can return anytime and as often as you wish to keep working on your energy and your light body. You are always invited to visit again and again to keep expanding and perfecting your light. Yogananda gleefully shows you the way back to the portal that will allow you to re-enter planet Earth in Encinitas, just outside Yogananda's home. You both enter the vortex of light, and this time the interdimensional elevator takes you back to where you started your journey, on the cliffs above the grandiose Pacific Ocean. Enjoy this new state of light. Enjoy your luminosity. Enjoy the light of your divinity. You can repeat step 1 and 2 as much as you desire, and come back for step 3 when you are ready to journey on. May you be eternally blessed for all that you are and all that you do.
And so we are ready for step 3. So when you work with these steps, you always do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the beginning. Even if you've done step 1 before, you go always back. It is the Jacob's ladder within us. So to be able to get high on the ladder, we have to go from the bottom up. So we always start at the bottom. Even if we already feel super purified, it is simply like washing your hands after you've been outside. Even though you think your hands are clean, you wash them anyway. So this is the same principle. Step 3 leads us beyond the angelic plane, again along the ladder, into the soul plane. Our goal is to go beyond the soul plane, but first, of course, because it's a ladder, it's an elevator, we have to stop at the floor at the soul plane. And so that's what we're going to do now. The soul is very important, of course, to our being, because it is the soul who is dreaming us right now. We are a character within a soul. So just one character within a soul, but the soul has many millions, maybe sometimes even billions of characters within itself. And so all of these are different experiences. The soul has never become, but always experienced as a soul dream. So we will get in touch with the soul plane right now.
Step 3. Exploring your soul. Many people imagine their soul is around their body, but in this step, we will explore a very large body of consciousness, your soul, in a much higher dimension in the soul plane where the soul exists. This will be a life-changing experience which will give you access to so much more of your multi-dimensional consciousness. Join Master Yogananda once again for a ritual of purification by the living fire of God. Enter Yogananda's hermitage in Encinitas and stand in front of the fireplace in Yogananda's living room. Repeating this process of purification is essential each time you wish to travel to higher dimensions, because the lighter you become, the higher you can expand. Offer the brown cloak of human lower nature and all unconsciousness to the golden white fire of God, and burn all that overshadows the light of your divine self. You have been purified, and are ready to join Yogananda for step 2, your journey into the angelic realm. When our energy field is clean, we can enter the Queendom of Heaven, where angelic healer beings can help us beautify, reorder, ignite, and further liberate and enhance our light body and our energy. Step 1 removes the heavy, dark layers of densities, and step 2 illuminates us more and more. The more we do, the better it gets. To enter the angelic realm, you travel with Master Yogananda through a portal outside in the ocean-facing front yard of the Hermitage. This is a portal. Yogananda activates the elevator vortex, which lifts you both up to the dimension of angels. As soon as you arrive, you meet familiar beings of rainbow light who beckon you to lay down on a healing crystal bed. A large team of angelic healers surrounds you with such love for you. Receive the great gift of light, sound, color, new geometries, and pure divine life energy. Each and every time you allow the angel beings to work on you, they create more and more divine harmony in your energy field and your physical and non-physical body. Take time to receive this new light, this new coherence, this exceptional expansion of your light and love. You are being prepared for a hugely important encounter, contact with your soul. Smile in preparation for what is to come next. When you smile, you relax your heart and open your energy field. When you are ready, give your gratitude to the angelic beings. You will be back tomorrow for more. They are so happy they can be of service to you every day. Yogananda smiles at you as you shine so bright. He is very pleased with your divine ambition to make contact with God and Divine Mother. Today's step brings you closer to the ultimate contact with the Godhead. Have confidence in your divine self. Yogananda shows you the way to the solar plane. This is where all souls dream their dreams and float like giant eggs in the golden ocean of spirit. You are lifted up from the realm of the angels higher to the solar plane. The ocean of spirit is everywhere. It seems to be all there is. Waves upon waves of golden white light of God manifested as a cosmic ocean of endless consciousness. You see an infinite amount of souls, all floating on the calm, gentle waves of spirit. Each soul is like a giant oval shape, a cosmic egg. Each soul is an individualized body of consciousness, separate from other souls and yet connected in absolute oneness by the ocean of spirit. Yogananda moves with you in a floating motion above the ocean of spirit to introduce you to your soul. The size of a soul compared to the spirit is like comparing a sea to the ocean. A smaller body of consciousness, light and energy, but still very big and so much vaster than a human energy field. To make contact with your cosmic egg, your soul, you can simply enter the oval shape by moving through a membrane. The membrane is what keeps each soul as an individualized body and field. Once you enter your soul, it is like entering a sea of energy, light, images, stories, dreams, sounds, lifetimes, visions, shapes, and energy flows. It will be up to you to come back every day to explore the vastness of your soul. The soul is so vast, it can take several years to fully explore the intricate workings of the internal world that you now entered. Play with your imagination or use your third eye to see. Both are equally valuable. Imagination is a divine gift of consciousness. As you learn the workings of your soul, you realize your soul is a dreamer, and you are one of the dreams your soul is dreaming. From this place within the soul, you will be able to become an active dreamer with your soul and dream your life into being consciously. You will be able to change your life if you wish to do so, or add many new experiences and miracles to your current human life. There are no limits. All limitations exist within the unconscious mind. And so you are now becoming super conscious. You are becoming a fully realized, multi-dimensional being. You can keep on floating inside your soul and explore every energy that you encounter. A fun way to move around your own soul is to swim like a dolphin in the sea of your soul. So much to explore. Your soul is an unlimited dreamer and dreams many realities into being, and you are one of them. When you make contact with your soul, you gain so much soul power, and the more soul power you have, the more you can bend reality. Now Yogananda calls you back out. You exit the cosmic egg of your soul and journey back with the Master down from the solar plane, in the elevator vortex, back through the angelic realm, and back down to the earth, to the hermitage in Encinitas. Congratulations, you have just changed your life by contacting your soul. It is recommended to practice daily, step 1, 2, and 3, until we are ready for step 4, in which we explore the infinite world of the Spirit. May you be so very blessed by the golden white light of God.
And so our final step, I hope you stay with us for the final step. It's only 10 minutes. It is really why we came here, to self-realize the divine self so that we can shine full on without any impediment of the lower human self, the false self. And so we will just go straight into step 4. This is the final step where not only do we first experience the field beyond the soul, where we are one with the spirit, but we also merge with the absolute. Sorry, where's the video? Here. And so this also is a very powerful transmission from Yogananda. And especially at the end, we will all receive a very powerful blessing.
Step 4 and 5. Exploring spirit and making contact with God. The goal of our existence is to realize God. When we realize God, we realize our highest purpose for being. Yogananda will guide you through 4 steps that lead to a direct experience with Divine Mother and God. It is not really possible to fully know and understand God through a belief, but it is absolutely possible to get to know God through your direct personal experience and contact with the Godhead. When you make a direct contact with Divine Mother and God, you will be forever transformed. The ultimate transformation available to us in this world is the transfiguration from an ordinary human to a divine, Christed being of rainbow golden light. We all share the same blueprint of our highest potential, and together we shall realize it. Let us begin by meeting Master Yogananda inside his hermitage in Encinitas, by the living fire of God burning in the divinely consecrated fireplace. Throw the brown cloak of your human unconsciousness into the golden white fire of God for a definite transmutation. We perform deep purification so that our energy and vibration can match the highest frequency of God and Divine Mother. As we purify, we liberate our being from all burdens and we expand into more lightness. Purification alone is very important, but to prepare for the ultimate encounter with the Creator, we are guided to revisit the realm of angelic healers. The angelic healers are masters of light work. They will once again align, restructure, improve, expand, and harmonize our light body and energy. Follow Yogananda to the vortex portal of ascending light on top of the cliffs above the Pacific Ocean in Yogananda's front yard. Together with the Master, you rise from the earth to the realms of angels. They greet you with so much love and adoration. Very pleased to see you again for more light upgrades. You lay on the crystal healing bed and relax into this beautiful ceremony of light. Your energy body and your light body are being upgraded to a very expanded state of great luminosity and a much higher vibration and frequency. This will allow you to match the high intensity of consciousness you are about to experience. Receive this great gift of light, sound, beautiful fragrances and essences of flowers and crystals. Thank the angels, and if you wish, visit their heavenly queendom again tomorrow. Now follow Yogananda into the even higher soul plane. it will be easy for you to find your soul, as you already made contact with this large being previously. As you face the golden white ocean of spirit, simply float to the cosmic egg of your soul and enter through the membrane, which allows your soul to experience itself as an individualized being. The internal world of your soul is so very vast. It's like swimming in a sea surrounded by so many fascinating energies and images, stories and experiences, rivers of light and sacred geometries. Spend a few moments inside the world of your soul and see if you can dissolve your own boundary to become larger and larger. The more you surrender to your soul, the more soul power and consciousness you can embody. Experiment with becoming formless, like water in the sea. Our divine blueprint is expansion and evolution. When we expand into the greatness of our soul, we start fulfilling our destiny. As you expand throughout your soul's cosmic egg, you eventually reach the membrane boundaries of your soul in all directions, and that is a moment of breakthrough. Now you are ready to expand beyond those boundaries. You might discover that your soul is being nourished by the flow of life energy that flows into the soul from the ocean of spirit. All souls are nurtured and nourished by the spirit. The light of spirit allows the souls to create dream realities. Source light flows through all souls to give them the power of creation and creativity. It is time to make contact with that spirit that sustains all souls, including your soul, which then in return sustains you. See where spirit flows into the soul and move out through that portal, out into the ocean of spirit. This is an ecstatic, liberating experience. You are now in the infinite ocean of spirit. Golden white light surrounds you and fills you up. Become one with the spirit. You can easily achieve that by dissolving your own form. Become formless light. Your consciousness is now one with the Great Spirit, and yet you also behold your individuality, your ability to perceive the Great Spirit from your unique perspective. You are like a drop of water in the ocean. Where do you begin and where do you end? Enjoy this blissful expansion and keep expanding with each breath. You no longer have a form. You are one with the ocean of golden white light. Yogananda reveals to you a secret breath. You are formless consciousness, but consciousness has a rhythm. Hum, sa, hum, sa, hum, sa. Align with the sacred sound of God. Hum, sa, hum, sa, hum, sa. Feel the motion of hum, sa. In and out. Hum, sa. In and out. Hum, sa. Like a wave moving gently in the body of the ocean, moved by Source itself. Hum, sa. Experience the ebb and flow. Hum, sa. Become hum, sa. The one with the Creator. To fully experience the Spirit might take some time. Now you know how to reach the Great Spirit. Visit often to build an intimate relationship with the Spirit. Get to know the Spirit well. The more you can embody the Spirit, the closer you shall be to the Godhead itself. Eventually, you will find the source of all that is within the Spirit. It is an adventure of exploration, and let love be your guide. She will guide you unerringly to God, as she is God. God is a frequency to be discovered within the Spirit. You will be able to easily uncover the great mystery by repeating this process. And now Yogananda will guide you back to the earth, to the hermitage in Encinitas. You both step into the multi-dimensional elevator to descend down through the many dimensions, back down to the cliffs above the Pacific Ocean. Yogananda will now transmit a super powerful blessing of golden white light directly into your crown. Relax, let go, trust, and surrender. Allow this divine light to travel through your nervous system to upgrade you to the next level of your consciousness. Accept your new state of being as a divine human. It is time to thank Yogananda from the bottom of your heart. You can visit him anytime and repeat the 4 steps as often as you wish. Yogananda will always support you energetically and bestow Divine Mother's grace upon you infinitely. May you always shine the light of God fully and evermore.
And so it is. And so we received an incredible actual initiation. And throughout the years, it's actually several thousands of us who were able to receive this initiation from Yogananda by following this process. And so whether you've seen it or not, what happened within our own field, today was the day to receive this transmission of light into our crown, into our nervous system from Yogananda, and to support us in this planetary evolution. I will post this entire replay on YouTube just so that we have it all in one video. And of course, the playlist is already on YouTube, and so you can access these steps anytime you wish. But I do want to make a promise And that is that if you every day dedicate, like whatever it takes, half an hour actually to go through the 4 steps, that you will see amazing results. Because we are contacting the highest level of our own being, which is spirit. And we have incredible support from Yogananda and all the great ones and all the angelic beings. So it's a great mystery that is unfolding here. And so, as always, many blessings. I hope we will be able to do a call this Saturday. This evening, we don't have another call. This was it for today. But on Saturday, I think it would be nice again to work together and to prepare for the energies of the new moon that will be upon us the week after that. So many blessings. Thank you so much.